Hi, it's Dorothy Guiney with Scrapbooking Quebec. Today I'm going to share with you my Scrappy kit and plans for September and October 2025. I have material from Stampin' Up, 49 in Market, and a bit of stash. At the end of this video, I will share still shots for each one of these collections I'm about to share, and I will talk about my autumn YouTube plans. So without further ado, let's get started. The first collection is called Gathering Together. It is a brand new online exclusive collection from Stampin' Up. It's actually going to be released in a few days on September 3rd. What I have from it is the pattern paper pack along with some tools and some twine. So as you can see, I'm starting by showing you the paper. Now, if you look closely, one side of the paper, there are metallic accents. I'm not sure if it's showing up well on camera, but they are there. For example, in those papers with all of the leaves, the vines or veins, I should say, within the leaves are all in gold metallic accents. The plaid paper, some of the lines are gold metallic. Now there's supposed to be 12 pattern papers, 2 of each design. It looks like I have 3 of one of the designs. I'm sure it's an accident, but it's a happy accident for me. I am showing you some metallic paper there. That's called Earth and Tone metallic paper. It actually goes with another brand new Stampin' Up! Autumn collection that I didn't buy, but I bought that metallic paper anyway. I do love specialty paper from Stampin' Up! I'm also showing you the stamps and dies that go with this Gathering Together collection. They're actually called Gathering Moments. The leaf dies are absolutely huge. Also, there's little holes in them, and I think you can actually stitch those holes, which is really kind of cool. I also have some twine there in the color Old Olive and Early Espresso. I didn't buy the adhesive dots that went with this collection. I'm showing you another one that I had in my stash. I actually got that from a Stampin' Up! Collection from the recent catalog, and I had some left over and they went well, so I didn't invest in new ones. Now I'm showing you the second collection. It's called Celebratory Sips collection. This was released by Stampin' Up! In May 2025. I opened up the annual catalog because there's a few different ways you can purchase this collection. You can buy it in a workshop form. You can buy it kind of a la carte with paper and stamps and stickers. What I did was I bought the online exclusive release. So each one of those collections are a little bit different, but they all kind of fall under the same Celebratory Sips collection. So once again, 12 papers, 6 different papers, 2 of each, and I am showing you both sides. I wanted to bring this in now because in September, I typically scrapbook summer photos, and I thought this was a great collection for late summer. Lots of summery drinks, lots of rich colors. I'm showing you that I have the 2-tone cardstock collection that goes with this collection. So all of the coordinating colors there, and I'm just trying to span them out to give you an idea what this looks like. I'm quite happy with this. I did buy this in May and I've been hanging on to it. Now I do have a handful of tools. I have the Cheers and Sips stamp set and dies. So once again, lots of drinks there, cocktails, stuff like that. I'm showing you that the dies can cut them out. The dies can also cut out images on the paper. So obviously there are stamps so that I can cut out the stamped images with dies, but I can also do some of the pattern paper, which I find really, really cool. Now there is an embossing folder collection that goes with this. So there are 2 mini embossing folders. One has, like the one I'm showing you right now, it almost looks like a glass that has kind of an embossed image around it, and the other one has flowers on it. Also part of this collection are holographic adhesive dots and this ribbon here. I'm trying to open it up, but I'm having a bit of trouble. It's basically a mesh ribbon with some gold flecks through it. Super beautiful. I also have this stamp set here, also part of the collection, with nice big titles for scrapbook pages. I'm bringing in some alphas from my stash. Those are from Pink Fresh Studio. This collection is two different colors, but the side with pink and yellow and a bit of orange, I thought that would look quite nice. Now I'm moving on to the third collection. This is 49 Market's Wonderlust Explorer collection. Now I had this in my stash since probably late May, early June, but I tucked it away for September, and now I'm looking at it for the first time since then, and it's like Christmas. I am so excited. I forgot how beautiful this collection is. So what I'm showing you right now is a pattern paper pack, and to my delight, a little bit later on as I'm placing this on the table, I ended up discovering that I had purchased a few more of these pattern papers on an individual basis, and I'm really glad I did. The reason why I have this collection is because of Cindy. So Cindy, if you are watching, thank you very much. Many of you may have watched a series on my channel called Power Scrapping with my Flower Emporium FOMO kit. Now, when I bought that Flower Emporium kit, instead of buying the entire collection, I kind of limited myself to a sampling, and I had a lot of fun with it. And with the leftovers, I bought this collection. And I'm so glad I did, because I had tons of fun with Flower Emporium, and now I'm really excited about this. So as you can see, I'm showing you the papers. I just showed you the doubles that I discovered, so I'm happy with that. And I also have the solid paper pack. So in addition to all of these papers, which I absolutely love, I also have two embellishment packs. So again, I could have bought tons more. Instead, what I ended up doing was buying myself a sampling of Flower Emporium, which I've already used up and I had tons of fun with, and now I'm really excited about this. So there's something to be said about really examining the products that you buy and buying what you love, and sometimes you can end up stretching your buck that way. What I'm showing you right now are the laser cut embellishments for this collection. This is kind of like an old world travel collection. So in addition to travel icons, there's also one with a bunch of flowers and stuff. These are super beautiful laser cuts from 49 Market, are amazing. I also have one ephemera pack here. I think there are 87 pieces or something like that. I will write it on the screen if I'm mistaken, because I can't read it on my screen as I'm editing here, but you can see these are really nice thick pieces. So I am very, very excited about it. There's also something to be said about buying a collection and tucking it away, because I feel like I just came home from a store. Now I'm moving on to the fourth collection. This is Weekend Adventures from Stampin' Up! This is the workshop kit. I am showing you the workshop kit in the catalog. It's another Stampin' Up! Collection where you have a few different options on how you can purchase this collection. In fact, in July and August, I used this Weekend Adventures collection, but in a different format. I'm going to show you what a scrapbooking workshop looks like from Stampin' Up! First of all, I just showed you a guide there. That is actually 11 pages long with color instructions and cutting guides. I have white papers there. Those are photo placement cards, but you can also use them as photo mats. Now, in the workshop kits, the paper differs slightly than the paper pack. So some of them are the same, but you also get additional paper. So right now I am showing you 6 papers, 3 different papers, 2 of each, and those are found in the regular collection. But in this workshop kit, you also get 4 additional specialty papers. So I just showed you those dark wood grains, and now I'm showing you 2 light wood grains. Those are one-sided papers. In addition to the printed papers, you also get the coordinating cardstock. Now for this Weekend Adventures, a lot of it are neutrals. You can see I have that off-white there, I have the basic beige, but I also have some of that Misty Moonlight and Old Olive. And all of these papers are what are necessary to follow the patterns that are in that guidebook I showed you at the beginning. Now there are 2 sheets of punch out ephemera pieces. That's what I'm showing you right there. Again, exclusive to the workshop kit. And there are also stickers. Now I had already had the stickers from a paper pack, but they are also in the workshop kit. I'm showing you the title stamp set that coordinates with this collection. I am putting that in my kit as well. Now for the next 2 collections, I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. These are basically carryovers from my July and August kit. This one is Painterly Pears, so I have some paper left from that. I obviously still have the stamps and dies, ribbon, and the adhesive dots. Super beautiful collection. I made 4 pages with it over the summer, but you can see I still have quite a bit of paper left, including the scrap. So I'm just going to carry that over into my kit for the next 2 months because I'm still excited with it. Same thing here. This one is called Kintsugi Inspirations. It was in my kit this summer. I have paper left over, and I'm showing you I have the stamps and dies, of course. I also have an embossing folder, which was really quite interesting. I'll show you that in a minute. And I have those gold adhesive dots, all part of this collection. So here are the papers I have left. I have less of this collection left, and I also made 4 pages with it throughout the summer, but I can certainly get a few more pages with it as well. Now what I'm going to do is bring in some stuff from my stash. First, I'm going to show you some tools. Actually, that's not from my stash. The tools are brand new. Again, most of these are being released in a few days. I have this twine here. That's going to be released in a few days. If you look at it, it's like white with gold and black with gold. It belongs to a Christmas collection that I didn't buy, but I found the twine super, super beautiful. This is a stamp and die set for that huge tree there. I was quite impressed with the size of it. I'm showing you these are rubber stamps. Stampin' Up! Typically uses rubber stamps when the image is super, super detailed. And the dies really impressed me here. Look at the size of that tree. So you have the tree and an outline. You have some standalone dies here. You have a smaller tree. You have details for layering on top of the tree if you want. And I'm just pointing out some of the smaller images that are on the stamp set. There are dies for those as well. Again, that belonged with another autumn collection that I didn't buy, but I can use a tree stamp and die set anywhere. Here is another brand new die set. This will be coming out in a few days as well on September 3rd. This one, I think it's called Branching Out. I didn't actually buy the stamps for it, but you can see there's a bunch of layering, almost like labels. Those are stitched around the edges, and there are some standalone branch dies as well. Now this one I've had in my stash for a little bit. I think it was released in July, but I haven't used it yet. It's called Scenic Adventures. And honestly, what I'm showing you here doesn't nearly show you how beautiful this die set is. I've seen people use it on social media, and it's absolutely fabulous for trees, mountains, anything outdoorsy. As usual, I am bringing in Stampin' Up's Country Woods paper pack. I use it all the time, and I'm showing you some stuff I'm bringing in from my stash. So I have some adhesive dots from Pink Fresh Studio, some alphas there, and you can see what I'm showing you. These are all in neutrals. So I didn't pick out alphas for each one of my collections. I just threw in a bunch of neutrals. Now I want to show you how I am storing my products. I do this every month. So I have this basket I bought at Dollarama. I think it measures about 11 by 14. Now inside the basket, I have these 2 divided bins. I'm going to show you the side. I'm not doing a very good job of it, but basically it's a bin and it's divided in 2. These bins still give me a bit of room in the back of the basket, maybe about 2.5 inches, and that's where I store each one of my paper collections in their own plastic envelope. So they're all divided up, easy to access. I'm a collection scrapbooker, so that keeps me organized. And in the bins in the front, that's where I keep my tools. So that's what I'll be using or hope to use over the next few months. And on the other side, you can see I have alphas. I also have my enamel dots, and my twine, and anything really bulky. I just showed you that ephemera pack from 49 and Market. But a lot of what you see in the front of this basket is what I can use for all of the collection. So that keeps me organized for the month. I've been doing this for a few years and it really, really works with me. So that's it. I am organized and ready to play. I always love this. There's nothing more exciting for me than bringing out new material and starting another 2-month rotation with all of these scrapbooking goodies. My plan for YouTube is pretty simple. In September and October, I plan to post videos on Fridays. If I miss a Friday, that just means it was impossible that week. But in general, you can expect to see me on YouTube on Fridays. As always, if you enjoyed this video, I'd greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, Scrapbooking Quebec, I would love it if you did. If you are a subscriber, thank you very, very much. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon on YouTube. Bye-bye.